the biggest loser. The guy who's everybody's talking about today because he also got hurt in the game. And that's Drew Locke. So
he wasn't
last week the talk, including, some people in the media, biggest name I can throw out there as far as people that have been talking about him in a very positive light, Connor Hughes of SNY, friend of the show there, who, people have said point blank, maybe Drew Locke should play over Daniel Jones. Now, be very clear, we are not in that camp in any way, shape, or form. Like, even with a free campsite and campground and fresh water and electrical outlets, we're not camping there. That's not our guess. We're not in that camp whatsoever.
Nope.
Like, that's the people drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, Drew Locke is nowhere near as good as Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. He's just not. That's not to say Daniel Jones is very good. That's just to say that Drew Locke is not.
Drew Locke as a starter is 9-14, and you got Tommy DeVito is 4-5.
Yeah,
as starters.
And I get why they wanted to have a veteran backup quarterback in this team here, considering the health issues of Daniel Jones, considering the youth of Tommy DeVito. I'm not knocking the move. I'm just saying if your plan was to go ahead and start Drew Locke over Daniel Jones, that's a failed plan. That's a flawed plan. You could have gone out and gotten somebody else at that point, maybe convinced Russell Wilson to stay when he was here in the building. That would have been a better plan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honest truth. I mean, the pitch would have been much better. Hey, listen, we don't trust Daniel Jones. We want you here just in case. Hey, by the way, we're going to draft Malik Neighbors, potentially the best wide receiver in this draft. We're going to spend all our money on the offensive line. Come here. That's a pretty goddamn good pitch.
We'll let the Broncos continue to pay you, and we'll just make sure you get your paycheck every week.
Yeah, like that's a pretty damn good pitch, guys. So, like I said, I think that Drew Locke, though, besides his performance, which we'll get into in a second, is potentially the biggest loser because of the fact he got hurt. So they said it's a bad bone contusion on his hip. So he's going to be out for a while. They said there's no surgery needed, but it's going to take some time to heal. Some time means a couple weeks at least, which means he's probably going to be out the rest of the preseason, if not the start of the regular season. So, I think you look at this and go, you know what? Tommy DeVito's got a real opportunity here. DeVito's got the opportunity to say, you know what? I should be the backup. I am the backup, and that's it. And it's going to have to take a huge performance for them to say, yeah, instead of Drew Locke, because Drew Locke was guaranteed $5 million. It's already given to him. He already has it. Like, we don't gain a damn thing by cutting him money-wise. So it takes a significant performance to go ahead and change that kind of stuff. But Drew Locke on the day, 4 of 10, 17 yards, and interception. And a very bad interception, I must say, as well. Like, there are some interceptions. There's no interception that's good. But there's certain interceptions you go, you know what? The defense made a damn good play on that. And there's certain interceptions you go, you know what? The defense had the ball thrown right into their hands.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, sometimes you get a perfectly placed pass and you back the ball away. Next thing you know, people doing line dances, tossing the ball around, and all of a sudden it's right there in the defender's hand. That's a terrible interception.
Yeah.
Sometimes you throw it at the numbers of the wrong player.
Yeah. Sometimes you forget what color your team plays for.
Exactly. Is that a white jersey? Is that a blue? There's sweat in my eye. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens. So, now Drew Locke is going to have to sit in the sideline for a few weeks after the only performance he has in the preseason potentially is this horrible day. He's going to see Tommy DeVito get a chance to continue doing his thing. And again, Tommy DeVito is not going to be a starter in this league. I think he could be a backup. I really do. I think he could be a decent backup quarterback in this league. It's probably where his lane is. But then on top of that, if you're Drew Locke, you got to wonder, are they going to bring somebody else in now that he's hurt? And if they bring someone in and that person plays well and looks good in camp and the rest of the way and stuff like that, did the Giants go, you know what? I hate to eat $5 million, but I'd rather eat $5 million than make the bad decision of keeping this guy on the roster when I got two people that are better.
100%. You're going to have to be like, cut off that $5 million. Let's go.
Yeah. So for those who are wondering, by the way, Air Canada, Nathan Rourke, I know he's got his fan base. He's got people still on our videos talking about him there. putting in comments like, "Oh, he's people wasted his possibilities in the NFL." Like, I'm sorry, he's still not that good. I'm going to say it. But anyway, he got signed already by the Falcons, so he's not coming back. So it becomes a matter of what the Giants want to do at the quarterback position. There's not like there's great quarterbacks, still around. There's really not. I mean, if I want to look right now, I mean, and you get who? Ryan Tannehill? He'd be a good backup quarterback to have, but is he going to want to come to this team and be a backup guy for a couple weeks, or is he going to retire? I don't know.
Retire.
Nathan
I mean,
Peterman
he might.
Just got released by the Saints last week. Maybe that's an option. Otherwise, you're pulling out like the Trevor Simeons of the world that are poop. Like, you might as well. The DeVito's definitely better than Trevor Simeon. He's definitely better than Blaine Gabbert. He's definitely better than AJ McCarron. Like, that's the guys you have out there, guys, right now. Like, that's what's out there.
It's not a poop.
So, you probably bring somebody in just to be a third body in the rest of camp. And a guy like a Ryan Tannehill, who's a veteran, who's been around the league for a number of years now, he's not going to take on that role. What he's probably doing is sitting back at home and waiting for somebody to get hurt, which sounds horrible, but it's the truth. And not Drew Locke. I mean, like a starting quarterback where they go, "Oh, shit, we don't have a good backup."
Oh, Derek Carr, what happened?
Yeah. Like, that's probably what he's waiting for. So, we'll have to see what happens overall there, and it'd be kind of interesting to watch what happens there. Anybody can get cut any moment as well. The waiver wire is always pretty active this time of the year. But, yeah, this could end up being a really bad thing for Drew Locke. Or it could just be he gets healthy, comes back in, becomes number 2 again, and then sits and holds his clipboard the rest of the season. We never see him again. Either one is a possibility, guys.
That's if DJ stays healthy. So
if he does, that's a big if always. It's a big if always, and that's why you got to talk about it, because this is one of those things where you look at this and go, this could be important because DJ can't stay healthy. This could come to bite us at the you-know-what later on. The gluteus maximus, as the Romans would say.
The rumpus.
Yes.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.